Well, we're back with another cooking video because we're still waiting for materials for the cabin build. But I took the big half of this pork loin that came out to about there, and I sliced it down into boneless chops. And I'm going to pause the camera for just a minute because I didn't get the ingredients together yet, but I'm going to put a marinade together for chops that are going to go on the grill tomorrow, and a dry rub to make some barbecued pulled pork, which is going to get cooked tomorrow, because tomorrow is the season opener for my beloved Ohio State Buckeyes. And I think it's the Big Ten opener as well, because they're playing Indiana, if I recall correctly. Anyway, it's August the 30th. It's a cold, cloudy day outside, and it's a good day for cooking. So, a little bit of prep work for tomorrow's barbecue and grilling, and I'll be doing some coleslaw in possibly a separate video, which will get posted later today. But coleslaw is going to get done today. Back in a few. Alright, here we go. No antique jar this time, but I do like the ease with which these sort of things work. We have some Bragg's organic, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mama. And we're just going to put in, because this is just the marinade, so we don't need a lot. That'll do. That's, yeah, that much. There we are. Not a whole lot. And we want a nice earthy taste, so we're going to put in about that much ground cumin. And you got to have garlic. So we'll go with garlic powder. We'll make it garlicky. Okay. And the last of our pink Himalayan sea salt. What is that, a teaspoon? And then several generous cranks here. And you know what? I think I'll put... No, I won't. I was thinking maybe some Italian. Okay, so we got it all shook up, and I know it doesn't look like very much, but it's going to be in the refrigerator for overnight. So we're just going to pour it in the bag. A little bit on that side. A little bit on that side. Then we will... Oh, you get over there and lay down like you're supposed to. There's a rebel in every crowd. Let's try to get as much air out as we can. And then we just mush it around. Get some of that goodness flowing around the bag. And I'll tell you what, by tomorrow, this is going to be some kind of yummy. Alright, that's going in the fridge. We're done with that. Next up will be the dry rub for this. I'm going to gather the stuff up, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, here we go. My dry rub for pulled pork. Never the same twice, but I do have some basic stuff that I like to put in all the time. One of the basics dry rub, even that is coffee. It's about an 8 cup. So that's more than that. About an 8 cup of coffee. When you do that, down to the dust. That ought to do it. And that goes in the bowl. Next up, and I don't know if anybody's ever tried this before, but hey, let's put a little cocoa in there. Let's put a little bit more cocoa in there. Probably would help if I get a couple spoons out, wouldn't it? Okay, there's that. More cumin, because cumin is good stuff. Gives it that nice earthy tone. That'll do. Some garlic. And I'm going to pause the camera. Okay, we're back. So we got some coffee, cumin, cocoa, and garlic. We're going to go with some Indian Malabar peppercorns. Been in the cupboard for a while, time to get rid of some. We'll just do that. There's that. Let's put in some basil leaves. That'll work. And let's do a little dill weed. That'll do. And that is going to be our dry rub. Oh, did I get salt? I don't think I put in salt. Gotta have the salt. There we are. Now for the next step, let's move the camera. We are going to, sorry about that. Put all that right there. Most people go for mustard or stuff like that on the meat. I'm going to do something different. Going to do some honey. This is going to make the rub stick to the meat. And you notice we're going fat side up, so all the fat while the meat's cooking will soak down into the meat. And that looks like that's going to work just fine. Take our rub, and we're just going to generously sprinkle. And yeah, I'm going to use all of it. I'm making a cooking video. Okay.
Thank you.
There we go. Welcome. Got the who's he talking to question going on there. Now there, I'm going to cover that up, put it in the fridge, let it work its magic into the meat overnight. Next up is going to be coleslaw, probably a separate video. Later. Barbecue is on. Yeah. The temperature has been coming up a little bit. I'm going to be monitoring that. We got us a fair amount of smoke. I got it mostly closed off. I think I can probably close this damper off because this is not an airtight, there we go, not an airtight grill. That one's closed. Let it cool off a little bit. There's our smoke. Your barbecue smoke. I'm going to pull a grate out of the way. I'll just put that over there so that I can toss more wood chunks on. Got a bucket of apple wood. Okay, that's cooled off enough. See how quickly that dropped down. So we got her going. I got the remote meat thermometer hooked up, set for 160 degrees internal temp, and that's going to be a good one. I got apple wood, and the only thing I could find at the time was mesquite charcoal. So this should be some pretty flavorful pulled pork. Check in later on. Well, time and temperature kind of got away from me here. I'm going to try to get this set up so you can see the slicing. The taste is there, but it is not going to be pulled pork. We'll slice it thin. It's a nice looking, got a little bit of a smoke ring. It is not bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this up and get things plated. We have the coleslaw that It smells terrific. And that's just how it's going to go today. We'll just slice her thin. Yeah, the cooker fire just took off on me after I thought it was stable. I went out and checked it, and it was running at 400 degrees instead of 225 like I wanted. So this is what we got. We have a smoky pork roast instead of pulled pork. This will work. Alrighty, we're going to get this out of the way. Put that up here. And the rub smells fantastic, by the way. We'll just get us maybe 3 or 4. There we go. And of course I'm always prepared. There we go. A spoon. Boy, that rub tastes good. If you've never used coffee on a rub for something, you are really missing out. It is really amazing what happens. It doesn't get gritty. It just gets really soft when you cook it like I did here. And it's even better when you cook it low and slow like you should. Alrighty, there we go. It's going to be that, and I'm probably going to throw a couple potato chips on there for some starch. But there's our barbecue video. There's our Buckeye tailgate. And I hope you enjoyed. Go Buckeyes, beat Indiana. Later on, folks.